Basically, because these crooked ass cops lied on the stand, tried to set 50 up, because some cops lied on me. So I'm tired of it, man. So when I'm on the radio and I say, yo, they turning me into Malcolm X right now, that's what I'm talking about, man. And my niggas on the street, they already agree with me. Havoc already agree with me. Alchemist already agree with me. All my niggas in Far Rock, all my niggas in Queensbridge, Twin, Godfather, all of them know what time it is already. They grew with me. As I was learning, I was teaching them. Trust me. So my niggas know what time it is. And I'm talking about niggas on the street. The grimiest niggas that still drink 40 ounces every day, still smoke weed. They be like, yo, P, you need to rhyme like that, son. Rhyme like that more about the Illuminati and the government, about all that real shit about health. And yo, son, we need that in the hood. Come on, son. P, rhyme like that more, son. We need that in the hood. Yo, they've been telling me that since 97, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my real hood niggas. Niggas that got bodies. Niggas that run around selling drugs still. Niggas that's doing ill shit. These niggas, I be informing them about the shit that I know, little by little, you know what I'm saying? If I learn something new, I call my niggas, be like, yo, son, check out what I just found out. Boom, 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 boom. And they be like, word, that's deep, son. They be like, yo, I love talking to you, P. You always on some deep shit, yo. I want to learn more about that. You know what I'm saying? The grimiest niggas, son. I'm trying to tell you. So, all my niggas on the street already know my mentality. You understand what I'm saying? The only people that don't, and they know a little bit, but they really don't know how I get down. Nigga, I am the new Malcolm X. And there's plenty of more of them out there. I ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? I am the new Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? Doc taught me everything that I know. Malcolm taught me everything I know.
Have those values. Where did they get it? They didn't have these same values, 400 years, 500 years ago. Where did they get their value system that they now have attained to? And my contention is that if you trace it back, it was the people of the East who brought them out of the Dark Ages, who brought about the period that ushered in or initiated the atmosphere that brought into Europe the period known as the Renaissance or the reawakening of Europe. And this reawakening actually involved an era during which the people of Europe who were coming out of the Dark Ages were then adopting the value system of the people in the East, of the Oriental society, many of which they were exposed to for the first time during the Crusades. Well, these were African, Arab, Asian values. The only section of Europe that had a high value system during the Dark Ages were those on the Iberian Peninsula in the Spanish, Portuguese area, southern France. And that high state of culture existed there because Africans, known as Moors, had come there and brought it there. So, the only section of Europe that had a high value system during the Dark Ages were those on the Iberian Peninsula in the Spanish, Portuguese area, southern France. And that high state of culture existed there because Africans, known as Moors, had come there and brought it there.
You know what I'm saying? So bear with me and just understand that by the time I'm finished, you will understand everything that I'm saying, and you will understand what the fuck is going on in this world. I'ma teach it to you. And nigga, if you don't understand it, then you just an ignorant, sleepy in a spell motherfucker, yo. You sleep. You fast asleep still, nigga. If you don't understand what P's saying. You understand what I'm saying? Cause I got niggas, man, everybody agree with me in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm saying is right, and I got facts to back it up, and I got all kinds of shit to back it up, you know what I mean? And anybody who don't support Doc, and whoever don't support the movement that Prodigy's on, then fuck you, nigga.
Prodigy, big time artist. Moore's Head. Like, tell me if you're telling me that he wasn't repping some Moore's Head, you're an idiot. And I'm not talking to you ever again. We're not gonna have no conversation because there's no need for me to talk to you because you're an idiot. Right? Mentioning Drew Ali. Right? Again, Mobb Deep. Blood Money album. Oh yeah, big up. First Product. First Product. That's one of the brethrens, one of the gods from the block that has production on the album, finished product. That's a man we call on the phone, talk to, produced for Mobb Deep. And they're repping the Circle 7, or they wouldn't be using the Great Seal, that if you turn it upside down, you have the circle with the 7. That Brother Hakeem Bey and a lot of other Moorish elders break down to.
Holla if you hear me! 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 Go buy every record of Master P you can find! Go get everything of No Limit Records you can find! We'll work on all of our rappers in the future to work toward liberation lyrics and revolutionary rap. But let's give Brother Master P and No Limit Records a strong hand for financing this event here today.
I want to first take a look at Prodigy's letter that he wrote in jail, because this really is going to shed light on the mindset and the evolution of Prodigy as a person. So it says, the exact moment in time when I discovered that the entire planet was being lied to and was put under a spell to keep us unaware of it was back in 1996.
So if you got conscious rap, that means you got unconscious rap. That means you got motherfuckers that's unconscious rapping. That means they sleeping. They still under a spell of Leviathan. They still under the spell of Kingu. You know what I'm saying?
Around the time Biggie got locked up for the Tech 9 in his house, Biggie was in the newspaper that day with handcuffs on and being led by 2 or 3 cops. He had on a sweater with a big letter B on the front. It was that day I was reading one of Dr. Malachi Z. York's book. Can't remember which one. I believe it was titled Leviathan 666. I finished the book and started crying. I was crying for all of humanity, but mostly for my black people, because I then realized it was all a sham. The government, religions, politics, the Federal Reserve, IRS, and everything that we believe and live by is a joke. Move on to page 2. It says this book didn't make me see it all. No, it was the combination of other things I've read, studied, seen, and experienced. Leviathan 666 just helped me connect all of the dots to make me see it's all real. Dr. York has since been set up by the FBI and Illuminati players, and is now serving 135 years in a federal prison. His own son, Jacob York, who was deep into the rap business back in '96, orchestrated the entire setup.
Okay, it's 666, but I'm here with my 7s. I don't even care if I make it into heaven. I'm up all night trying to make it with my veterans. Up all night hearing whispers from the devil. I can't lie, I fucking love it. This world's cold, someone open up a fucking oven. Man, this world needs love, needs some fucking loving. But fuck it, there's too much shit that people fucking up with. So fuck it, let it burn, burn, baby burn. And maybe they'll learn, maybe learn. And please, if they fake, please kick them out my funeral. They took too long to listen, I don't want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, still locked up. All them plea deals made under threat, duress, coercion, sleep deprivation. Crazy. You know what I mean? Denying doc is medicine. Crazy, you know? Crazy. Oh, you never heard? Yeah. Dr. York L. They know what they did. Ain't no fair trials with yellow journalism, reporting false info. Destroyed the land, destroyed all the pyramids. You know what they did? Arresting Doc at the shopping mall, like he got so much arms that he's dangerous. Crazy, it's so crazy. You don't even know. Y'all don't even study. Y'all got Nuwapian Moors Constitution. How y'all let them get locked up, yo? How y'all let it happen? It's all good. It's really all good. It's all good. Yeah. Zadok L put me on MC and MAC on the Euro last names Moorish family tree. Questioning Muslims and Christian belief systems. Battling county zoning bylaw fictions. Some say planet risk, I call him Yamasi Chief Black Eagle. Come to teach Nubian people. Nuwapians are Moorish cause ancient Egypt is stagnant. They so sick he brought them holy tablets. Forgot they drew Ali those following Imam Isa. Signing with no rights, reserving corporate visas. Trump up charges by the city of Georgia. Hearing the torture he got would give you nausea and make you question the trial, judge and jury. Deliberating, drinking liquor from the state's brewery. Sounds like a conspiracy from what I've seen. Nuwapians should sue the state under Title 18 instead of marching and picketing like niggas they not. Nuwapians came to the temple and taking shots at Drew Ali. Almost trying to diss the program but silent when I asked to see their dark Moorish holy Koran.
L, another political prisoner, kidnapped for opening the minds of the listener. And he knew he might get caught up for a fraud, so he told y'all, wear your mask of God. L, another political prisoner, kidnapped for opening the minds of the listener. And he knew he might get called out for a fraud, so he told y'all, wear your mask of God. 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 Wear your mask of God.
Color of office and authority and making. Made dogs sleep on ice blocks and force-fed bacon to force sleepless nights before the trial date. Trump up charges of child molesting and rape. Witnesses said his son made him make up the lies in conspiracy with CIA and FBI. AEO audios, the black book kept me high in spirits. Master teacher's voice, I still hear it. Color of office and authority and making. Made dogs sleep on ice blocks, force-fed bacon to force sleepless nights before the trial date. Trump up charges of child molesting and rape. Witnesses said his son made him make up the lies in conspiracy with CIA and FBI. AEO audios, the black book kept me high in spirits. Master teacher's voice, I still hear it.
Zadok L, another political prisoner, kidnapped for opening the minds of the listener.
African Bambaataa and Prodigy are the only two famous rappers who speak for Dr. York and know he's innocent. Jay-Z and Jazzo were both raised in their teenage years in Dr. York's Nuwaubian community in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Look at the Jazzo Originators video and you'll see them holding up Dr. York's pictures, wearing his garb, and flashing his symbols. On this page, Prodigy is basically confirmed.
Immediately, the people from EMI, his manager, they're getting at me. You the real. Let's get at you. Come on. I think you should be the one. You should forefront this. Nah, I can't do that. My man Chaz that's the guy who brought me out here. I can't mess with y'all. I don't even like what y'all telling me. I break out. I go do my thing for years. Come back, start Rockefeller. Yeah. I come back and start Rockefeller. We go to Jack the Rapper, one of them conventions. He's down there. I went down there. Some guy told him that they could make spaceship comes out the sky. He was in a religious cult type of thing.
Jazzo was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I seen him out there. He had an afro, sandals, socks, and jeans. Dog, you got to come back to New York, man. I don't know what's going on. Comes back to New York. He brings a wife that they gave him. I got a place on State Street. It's running. It's popping.
Nation, you just said it, nigga. Just as something cool to say. It's nation time. But now, what do you do to prove that it's nation time, that we are an independent nation, and that we can stand on our own? What are we going to do about that? Nothing? Well, we got to start somewhere. The people across the lake over there, across the road, called us this week and said to us, being you won't sell us your land, we are willing to sell you the land across the road. You know what that means? Nigga, being you ain't leaving, we're leaving. We have, how many acres here, y'all? That's 600 more they want to sell us. Now, that's real. All the other crap, we got some land down south and we putting together farms and all that kind of stuff. That don't mean nothing if you're not trying to set up an indigenous nation, sovereign people making decisions over themselves, educating their children. I can channel the amount of crack that comes in here, the kind of alcohol or spirits or whatever the hell you want to call it gets in here. create your own police department to police your own environment, you follow what I'm saying? Then that's called peace of mind. So you ain't no Muslim until you got peace of mind. And you ain't got no peace of mind living in his world while you saying Assalamu alaikum. And he's telling you what to do and how to think.
This is secret government that worship an owl. They practice witchcraft to harness their power. Pedophiles rape little kids for energy. It's satanic ritual. WTC. R.I.P. They lit the Pentagon on fire. That's lighting the pentagram on fire.
One thing I always wanted to know, man, is what woke you up to the New World Order, these globalist elites and eugenicists?
The main thing that woke me up to it was a writer named Dr. York, a spiritual teacher from Brooklyn. He had a whole community over in Bushwick, on Bushwick Avenue, called the Answer Allah community. They were like real heavy into like just studying the origins of religions, of cultures, politics, the origins of everything. And that's how you really get to the bottom of things, when you study the origins of it. So that's what I learned reading his books, and it all came from him.
Nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, because God is going to come down and handle that. You know what I'm saying? God is here. He ain't going to come down, but God is here. And trust me, evil never wins in the end. You know what I mean? God always wins in the end. So, that's all we could do is pray for the best, live a positive life, healthy life, and just do what you can do, to make it through. But it's really up to God at the end of the day, because these motherfuckers are so powerful. There's nothing you can really do. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I told. I actually saw Henry Kissinger 2 weeks ago, and I told him, no matter what happens, you're gonna have to be judged by God, and your soul is gonna be hurt eternally if you don't repent and ask for forgiveness.
Because picking stockpiling guns, and what the fuck you gonna do? They're gonna drop bombs on your fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? They got the Air Force. Like, how you gonna fight these people? You can't win that war.
You can't fight hatred over hatred.
Yeah, you can't. There's no winning that war. You know what I'm saying? So
an eye for an eye makes the world blind.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one way we could get out of it is we move out of it. Yeah. We stop participating and stop reacting and start acting towards the right way. And that's why. That's
what comes with it comes along with being aware of things. You know what I mean? So try to take yourself out of certain things that you learn that's not good. You know what I mean? Don't participate in that, because now you're aware of that. You know what I'm saying? That's not where you belong.
You're not gonna be fooled.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Anything else you'd like to share?
Just shout out to Dr. York. You know what I mean? He doing 135 years right now. Hold your head, dogs. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be alright, dogs. Hold your head, man. All the people that's in the Wabian Nation, shout out to them. To the people that turn your back on the Wabian Nation, fuck you.
On page 3, he continues by saying that Jay-Z knows the truth, but he chose sides with evil in order to be accepted in the corporate world.
They got our minds fucked up, and that's what I meant when I said me and Pac would be on the same team. Because E-Money Bags and Majesty was Pac's homies. Stretch, Majesty's brother. They got killed in Hollis in his car. Who you think he used to run with all the time? The nigga was in mad movies with Pac. And I ain't realized that until me and Bags started getting mad cooler. When me and Bags started really getting cool and started really getting tight with each other, these niggas started telling me mad shit about, yo, Pac was our people. He used to be with us every. I was like, word? And Bags was the first nigga to tell me, yo, Pac was still alive, y'all niggas would be down together. Because I would have squashed all it. Bags told me himself, yo, I would have, and Madge. Madge was like, yo, I would have squashed that beef with y'all niggas, and y'all niggas would have been down with each other, yo. Because both of y'all niggas had the same mind state. We both on some motherfucking fuck that, you know what I'm saying, political shit, like we not having it. You know what I'm saying? We on some rebel shit. Pac was raised by the Black Panthers.
Oh man, we got eggs and y'all niggas. Leave y'all bags like something like this. Nah, he's trying to find out how we do. Nah, leave. Keep the shit.
Come on, man, y'all got to get on this shit, man. We're working on a new project called One Nation. It's gonna be an East Coast, West Coast collaboration.
Using that power. Pac was a powerful nigga too. Pac knew about all that shit. Why you think they murdered that nigga? It wasn't no rat war. It wasn't because he jumped that nigga Orlando. No. That's a motherfucking lie. The government killed Pac. The feds had something to do with it. They set that nigga up. And they had something to do with Biggie getting killed too. And then they tried to make it look like a rat war. Yo, if Pac was still alive, we would be on the same team. Why you think I said that in my rhyme on the Return of the Mac? If Pac was still alive, we'd be on the same team.
Even crazier, you know what I mean? So that day, I remember we was at his Malibu house, you know what I mean? And you know, he initiated me as an outlaw, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you the last one, you the 7th member, you know what I mean? You make the cipher complete. He was like, you gotta be better than everybody. I was the youngest, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Well, you didn't have a name like everyone else.
Alias, nah.
Yeah, everyone had like a leader name, right. You know, like a leader that was an anti-U.S. leader name, right, you know, right. Idi Amin, Gaddafi, Napoleon.
No doubt.
Napoleon wasn't anti-U.S., but I'm saying, you know, had a name of a great leader. How come you didn't have one of those names?
Well, you know, I came to the table with Noble, and, you know, that was the perfect name. He was trying to give me Noble Drew Ali. He wanted me to run with that, but it never really stuck with me.
Okay.
But he used to call me Noble Drew Ali. He wanted me to run with that, but it never really stuck with me.
Okay.
But he used to call me Noble Drew Ali. He wanted me to run with that, but it never really stuck with me.
Okay.
But he used to call me
Jay-Z conceals the truth from the black community and the world and promotes the lifestyle of the beast instead. I am revealing some astonishing information if people will just do a little research and see. Prodigy, Dr. York, African Bambaataa, or the truth. Jay-Z's a goddamn lie.
But then when he dropped Ether, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? I could, straight up and down, I could have never made no shit like Ether. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was for Nas to do. That was meant to happen.
How did you, like, lyrically, because I know you were lyrical too lyrically,
yeah.
Did you think the shit was really up to par, or was you just like...
What?
Ether, did you think it was like...
What? Ether destroyed Jay. To this day, he can't fuck with that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit destroyed that nigga, son. Everybody's like, oh, he destroyed, son. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed him from beginning to the end of the song. He crushed him in his whole entire dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, son. He killed that nigga, son. I know he got under that nigga Jay's skin with that one.
So, like,
son.
right now, in this present day, like, you see them niggas smiling together, saluting each other in the video. What be going on through your mind when you see that shit?
I mean, it's all good, man, because this is a business at the end of the day. Niggas is making money, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. He chose to do what he do, ride with that. That's his choice, you know what I'm saying? That's what he did, you know what I mean? You can't knock that, you know what I'm saying? He's staying relevant. He's staying doing what he do.
So did you and you know, you had 50 said a line about y'all with Jay too.
Yeah.
Did you and him ever speak about that?
Nah. Basically, Fifth was just like, he had said something like to the effect, he was like, I ain't try to diss Mobb Deep when I said that.
Admits that images of him on this do-gooder mission could further alienate his core audience.
You know, so many of your song lyrics are about being strong, being tough, that it's a cold world. How does that jibe with what you're doing here for these kids?
It doesn't match at all. It doesn't match. I mean, this is like the next chapter of my life. I don't care if my audience is prepared to move forward with me. They may not necessarily be growing at the same pace.
It is a tricky transition, truly uncharted territory, a first step toward being what his manager called the hip-hop Bono. To get a sense of how tricky, look what happened when we visited a school where the kids knew 50s music very well. Are you guys fans of 50 Cent?
Yes.
Yeah. But they couldn't get him to sing with them. It was an uncomfortable moment.
Sing one song.
I can't sing the song.
Do not sing any.
I don't want to sing the song.
You're afraid.
You see they all looking at me?
You just sing. Just
At one time, you putting all this pressure on me. I can't sing the song now.
You're afraid?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why didn't you want to sing?
For one, I mean, a lot of the material that I make, nothing is, I didn't feel appropriate for that setting.
Because if you sang in the club, about 6 words in, there's an F-bomb.
Right. Boom. Boom. It's gonna land hard out here.
I have so much fire in my heart that I will relentlessly attack Jay-Z, the Illuminati, and any other evil that exists until my lights are put out, which is damn near impossible because my power in the streets is incredible. I fear nothing and no one. I'm fearless because the truth has set me free from the Illuminati, mental enslavement, and I have been empowered by God and the universe to bury these cockroaches. In 1996 in Laurelton, Queens, New York, I have gone through serious spiritual wars with the evil energy that once existed in my body. It took me from 1996 to 2008 to defeat this negativity that held my soul hostage all these years. Some people do it quicker, some never, and some have no negativity at all. They are special. This negativity I speak of is an actual living entity that uses us as food. We must sever our ties with this in order to see things for what they really are. This negative energy is created and harnessed by the Illuminati secret government, and they will make you spread this energy without you even knowing it. But people like Jay-Z are very well aware. He was schooled by Dr. York.
That the government put in place a period called the period of indigenous people, and that started in 1992, and it ends in the year 2000. And a lot of people don't even know that because they only passed it, to certain people. Now, the problem is the false promise of 40 acres and a mule was done before we populated to the point where if they gave us 40 acres, there'd be no more acreage. And they don't have that many mules. So what they do is, if you are a nation of people, not like I said last night, not when you say we're a nation of 5% or we're a nation of Islam, that's a religious nation that has nothing to do with setting up your government as Native Americans. You follow what I'm saying? So when you go before Washington that links into the international state, there's a government other than the government of this country, all right, where the League of Nations was set up. The League of Nations preceded the United Nations. And when the United Nations was set up, the League of Nations of countries said, I just don't want to be a part of that. I'm not interested in trying to control everybody's mind. This is what the so-called New World Order is about, trying to get everybody in a state of, under one type of mentality. And we as Native Americans are not interested in your form of government. I respect your form of government for you, but it doesn't apply to me.
So if you are aware and still spread it, what does that make you? Who and what do you represent? Now on this page, Prodigy reveals one of the biggest secrets in the entertainment industry, which is casting spells on the subconscious mind. On page 141 in the book Master Grimoire of Magical Rites and Ceremonies, it says a person of evil intent doesn't even have to practice the black arts in order to inflict harm on you. It goes on to say that thoughts are tangible things with a life of its own. On page 11 of the book Blueprint for Black Power, Amos Wilson states that the greatest threat to black people is psychic violence. On page 14 of the book Iceman Inheritance, Michael Bradley states that intellectual violence is the tool that Caucasians have used to conquer the world. Prodigy discovered that the US government is well aware that the entertainment industry is casting spells on all people, but especially the black race, which causes a possession by these parasitic entities that feed off of negativity. This living entity Prodigy is speaking about are known as etheric parasites. Sometimes they're called negative thought forms. These are temporary beings generated in the etheric plane. The etheric plane is a non-physical substructure underlying our material reality. Etheric energies and constructs are invisible metadata that can influence physical events at the quantum level. In occultism, they're also called tulpas or egregore. Just as they're physical pathogens like bacteria, viruses, and parasites, so are these non-physical pathogens in the form of etheric parasites. They attach themselves to the living person, drain their energy, and influence their thoughts, feelings, and personality. Black rappers are encouraged to sing about killing each other and abusing drugs and living a destructive lifestyle. In the song It's Alright by Jay-Z, he sings in the chorus, "You can bounce if you want to bounce, ball if you want to ball, play if you want to play, floss if you want to floss. It's alright, you heard? It's alright, holla back, you can ill if you want to ill, smoke if you want to smoke, kill if you want to kill, loke if you want to loke. It's alright, you heard? It's alright." History has shown us in many occasions that whenever a black person speaks about harming cops, they have been threatened or arrested. Anytime they speak about whites or Jewish people in any shape or form, they have been threatened.
A son thinks like the father, but a son thinks differently from the father also. The leader is in a certain position, put there by God. My spirit is that somebody has to be out here creating a climate and an atmosphere that makes his job not undermined, but easier. I consider myself like a pulling guard. Yes. Hard-nosed pulling guard in the line, kicking in the mud and in the dirt. Pulling in the line to break your neck and break your back and open up, throw a key block and open up a hole big enough for a Mack truck so that farm car can step in the hole with no opposition and just dance on to the goal line. That's the way I feel. That's the way God made me. I can't apologize for that. Again, I will never speak against him. But Allah, God made me hard on the enemy. I have no compromise with him. You gonna get on me for how I talk to him? My teacher suspended me because he wants me to be a diplomat. I'm a diplomat during diplomatic times. I spoke at the United Nations. Yes, sir. Delivered the keynote address at the United Nations. I didn't call them bastards. I didn't cuss the folks out at the United Nations. I delivered a dignified diplomatic message. It was strong. Okay. But it was diplomatic for that diplomatic international circle. And my leader was proud when he got the videotape of my representation at the United Nations. I speak 11 o'clock hour in churches with elders there and our mothers there, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old on the moaning bench. Some of them didn't listen up. Some like tools of battle. Some of them they're locked in the hall. You gotta speak a certain way in order to touch mother or to touch deacon so-and-so. Deaconess so-and-so. I know how to speak in that circle. But God has blessed me to have popularity among the youth. The rappers, the gangster rappers, the hip-hop crowd, and the hardcore nationalists, Pan-Africanists, and revolutionaries, no matter what age they are. Love me all around the world. God just made me that way. My leader wants a refined, brother, as I said, dignified representation of the Word of God. And he did not feel that my representation was that kind of representation at King College. So he suspended me from my positions for that reason. But now I feel we have to deal with the circumstance. I was at war. Somebody's calling for his death outside. I'm mad. So I tried to crush them. And as you can see, they were crushed. That's right. Ain't no speech in the congressional record of the United States. That one is. They'll read about it forever, as long as there's America, until the judgment of Allah comes and destroys it. I was at war. It was a war posture. So I was crushing the enemy with everything I had. And I was on Spike Lee because he tried to set the minister up to get killed. Yes. He tried to set up Muslims all over the nation to get killed. He went on talk shows arrogantly saying the black Muslims killed Malcolm. The Nation of Islam killed him. In his book, Malcolm X, he lied on the minister and said that the honorable minister get his book X by any means necessary. Spook Lee's book. And in there he says, Farrakhan threatened me. But I know they won't, excuse my expression, this is what he said in the book, but they won't do shit to me. Somebody get his book and go look at it. You don't have to buy it, just go up to the stand and read it. Put it back there. I listened to the tapes of the interview, of the meeting that he had with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I don't appreciate anybody disrespecting Minister Farrakhan. That's right. He was arrogant with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He disrespected the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. What about his extracurricular activities? All kind of nasty stuff. If it wouldn't, he should love the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. If it wouldn't have been for him, we would have beat the hell out of him. Barbara Walters also. Yeah. Disrespectful, unkosher. But we want to know right now. Sitting up in the sacred house and headquarters of the divine government of God with the representative of God in the black nation, and you have the nerve to disrespect him? Now, if I would have been there, he would have had to get me again. Interview would have been over. Interview would have been over. I said, you get your mind up out of here now! Get the hell out of here! You would have to say, wait, brother Collins, this is my interview. But I feel that he has to have people like that. I told him at Howard University, you got me busted now. I said, I'm not the national spokesman anymore. I'm not the national representative. I'm not the national assistant. I'm not even a minister anymore. So you can't accuse my leader of nothing I'm saying. So now that you got me busted, that's what you wanted. I said, now I'm going to be like a pit bull, y'all.
I'm at the point now where I'm saying, I'm tired of mixing the medicine with the food. I'm tired of playing that game. Now I'm shoving straight medicine down your fucking throat, nigga.
No, brother, I didn't like what my father did to my little brother, Attorney Malik Shabazz, like that in front of everyone. I was the first to call the million. We all love you for that. And if you heard the tape, saw Brother Clemson Brown's video or any of the others, or if you were there, you know we gave props to Minister Farrakhan from the beginning to the end. And if you visited our website on the World Wide Web, we invited him. I didn't expect him to come. And I'm nobody's puppy dog. I'm not going to tuck my tail and go sniffing behind. Nobody. Louis Farrakhan didn't teach me that way. Much of what I am, by the power of God and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and what they put in him, he put it in me. And that's the way I'm going to be from here on out. I'm not changing. I got one letter from Minister Farrakhan in 5 years. One letter in 5 years, though I had written him. I called him repeatedly. You've heard me talk about it right at the UAM forum. For years, he set up meetings and postponed the meetings. When I was in the hospital, shot down like a dog, he never visited me, never sent me a letter, never sent me a postcard, not a penny, not a nickel, not a dime, the whole damn time. I know what happened between Malcolm and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and how Malcolm's letters were being intercepted, how his calls were being intercepted. So I know when to reach my father, so I would call him early in the morning when I knew he would answer the phone. And I would sometimes speak directly to him. And he would be just as nice and promise that we would meet, and there were no meetings. I stopped doing that, and I said everywhere he was going to speak, I would go and sit on the front row or the second row to say, here I am. Will you see me? Can we talk? Can we work this out? I want to come back. Remember how dedicated I've been. Remember how committed I've been, how devoted I've been. Remember, I was with you when your son was not with you. I was with you when your daughters were not with you. I was with you when none of the Nation of Islam was with you. Remember me. I'm the one who used to pack 2 pistols to make sure that nobody would do anything to you. I'm the one who would stand next to you with a gun and a Bible. I'm the one who was willing to take a bullet for you if an enemy stood up to shoot you down. I would sit on the front row, the second row, begging almost, pleading. What in the hell do I look like 5 years later, calling a man saying we're having the Million Youth March? Will you come and help us, please, sir? Hell no. We still invited him because it was the right thing to do. But we don't have to consult you. We consult God and God alone, God damn it.
You know what I'm saying? Straight doses of medicine is getting shoved down your throat. I don't give a fuck if it turns you off or not. Because if it do turn you off, then you're a stupid, ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you turned off for somebody telling you some real shit. And if it's coming from P, that's how you know it's some real shit, nigga. Like, I ain't on no bullshit. Ain't never once did I put out a song or say something out my mouth that was some bullshit. Bags and I started hanging out every day after that, talking for hours about the Illuminati, secret societies, the corrupt government, and history of the Moors, and history of the Moors, and history of the Moors. You can't name one time. You can't name one moment in time where I put out some bullshit. I always got something deep to say. Every time around. On the Blood Money album, America's Nightmare, Free Agents, take it back as far as you want to go, take it ahead as far as you want to go. I don't give a fuck. Basically, P always dropping some shit. So if you're not feeling what P saying, then nigga, you just an ignorant motherfucker. Straight up and down.
Oh, they say, oh, you gotta know what you're doing, boy. Because you know it's a whole lot of us in here. I understand more. I'm a Moor. I understand that nationality is the order of the day.
Yes, it is. That's right.
I understand that. More and more, I am being guided to study more. I can't say that I love you, that I care for you, that you are my sister, you are my brother, taking the prefix BR off and leaving other, that you are my other self. And I do not act morally and righteously toward you. I cannot do it. I make myself alive. More and more, I am being guided to study more. Muslim. Are you a Muslim, Khalid? Yes, I am. But I'm a Moor. Islam. I'm a Moor. And got sense enough to know I'm a Moor. And ain't gonna never argue with you that I'm not a Moor. And wouldn't come in your house or come among you and say I'm a Moor if I didn't feel in my heart, in my mind, in my soul that I am. I would tell you, God damn it, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Ain't no more. So if I say it,
I mean it. And if I mean it, generally, I say it. Are you a Muslim? Yes. But I know my roots. And I ain't Kunta Kinte.
Prodigy had come to the same conclusion that many great scholars have come to before, which again is that the greatest threat to the black race is what the book Blueprint for Black Power calls psychic violence, and what the book Iceman Inheritance calls intellectual violence. This type of violence is not only used in the entertainment industry, but it's also used in the news every day.
Bags and I started hanging out every day after that, talking for hours about the Illuminati, secret societies, the corrupt government, and history of the Moors, and history of the Moors, and history of the Moors. Our appetite for hidden knowledge was the main thing we had in common. Don't believe what I'm saying. That's what I learned from Dr. York. He always said that. Don't believe me. Go out there and research the facts yourself, and you'll see what I'm saying is nothing but righteous shit.